up. You're making me sweat. All right, Beastyqt versus 3DB. Malians versus the Basset Dynasty. Here we go.
First thing we're going to be looking at is map spawns, because it's going to kind of inform you the potential options. Beasty, as an Abasa player, has to be smiling the moment he discovers that back corner. Look at how generous that is to a TC play. Double deer, berries, gold, up against the edge of the map. We might be looking at an eco wing.
Yeah, this is just prime location. You need to get control over that side. All the resources for Beastie are there, but at the same time, this also means that B is going to feel pressure to get there. He's going to feel pressure to get those resources. He wants to get those deer, heist them up, and yeah, we're once again seeing the 2 scout opening here. That's interesting. This time not against the HRE, though.
Double scout. I mean, you are Marlins, right? So you're going to get additional value afterwards from this. I do think it's... Maybe he doesn't want to be forced on something like pro scouts, right? I guess the logic is if you get enough sheep, you have flexibility on your opening, right? Whereas if you don't get many, kind of becomes a requirement that you need to seek more food sources via the pro scouts.
Yeah, like... I'm wondering right now, like, BC, he must know. Like, he's going to see this in just a little bit, and he's going to be thinking, man, if I get a TC out there, I'm going to be golden for the rest of the game.
And, you know, obviously, you don't care about the stone short term, but that, like, later in the game, if you start coming to fire at the beginning of castle age, you can just hoard up and drop keeps to solidify the corner. A corner that is very defendable, by the way. Like, these tree lines, they are assisting him with that.
Yeah, and he's still... It's also nice to have, like, wood on both sides of your base. You got wood in front of you got wood behind you. Should something happen on one side, you can always go to the other side. And yeah, in just a little bit, B is going to be seeing that spot as well. And once he sees it, he knows. He knows where he will have to contest.
And the cool thing is he can, right? Like, unless BC wants to slow down his tech timing, or his TC time rather, and get a Rax first, he might choose to go out blindly. And if he does, you know, B can get a similar tech timing. He can get his hands on the Warrior Scout upgrade very cheaply. And all of a sudden, you're running out into the waiting arms of 2 very vicious scouts that actually do hurt.
Yeah, true. All right, that's a ton of sheep behind B. How many? Beastie barely got any sheep here. Overall, like, sure, he doesn't need too many. Oh, there's not a lot below B's TC, but he doesn't need too many sheep because he has the berries. Still hurts when you only have 4 sheep under your TC.
You know what hurts more is when the other player flaunts his sheep in front of your very face. Like, yeah, look at all the mutton we've got. Poor guy. Answer's on the way.
I got sheep here, sheep there. How many do you have?
Sheep in every pocket. Very big pockets. But, like, how much is that in total? He's going to probably have, like, 3k food to work with when all the sheep are returned to base, if not more.
Probably more, definitely. He has, like, 16, 18 sheep. That's, like, 4,000, pretty much.
Now, BC, of course, does have the berry bush. He has boomed it up with the fact that his Abas is right, so additional berries on top of your normal amount. That's going to be, like, 2,000 plus food. It should last him long enough to move out to that deer stack. But that's going to be the critical ingredient to whether this works or not. If he can't get that down, you know, he doesn't have any other food source.
Yeah. There's barely any other... Yeah, actually on the right side of the map, there's nothing for them. Now, with any other civ, there would be a boar there. But the Abbasid, they don't like that. That's haram for them. So that's not going to be happening here. Now, Economy Wing has come through. We're seeing both Wheelbarrow and the Fertile Crescent upgrade coming through. What's on the... I think if B just plays this the same way, he's probably building his stable right about now. And just making more scouts. First of all, getting the Warrior Scout upgrade. And Beastie, he knows. He already saw the way the deer were positioned. He knows he's going to need spearmen. So he's making them preemptively now. Good call. Definitely necessary one. And he's probably... I would say, yeah, he's in a position to be able to be fine here. He should be fine. Villager moving out, though. I'm not sure what he's going for. Early walls?
Maybe. My scout is on a coffee break, so I'm doing his job today. Luckily,
Yeah, it was a little bit strange.
Luckily, the upgrade wasn't there quicker. If it was, that would be one less village for Beasty. Now, he is getting the Spearman, but we did see this earlier today, this matchup, Marine Lord versus the Muslim. If you get enough of these Warrior Scouts, you kind of laugh in the face of these spears. Like that.
Yeah, now Pro Scouts is coming in, but it's gonna be like 2 minutes until Pro Scouts finishes, right? I think, is it longer than 1.5 minutes? Every time I click Pro Scouts, it feels like it takes forever to finish.
It's always when you want something, right? Like, we've all been there. Like,
Yeah.
you're dropping a keep in like the last 10%. You're like, this feels like it's taken a long time.
This is longer than usual, surely.
Oh, man. This is a great manipulation by B, by the way. Because it's the Abbasids, they don't have villages underneath the TC. So he keeps diving in range of it, knowing full well that he'll never die.
Yeah. Oh, loses one of the Warrior Scouts. Might lose another one if he moves incorrectly. No, mind, keeps up. Actually, he's right under the TC.
Yeah, he was
doesn't
diving the
notice
berries.
That is so cheeky.
Oh, this is so frustrating. You're like, we're going to get the walls up soon, right, guys? Another scout, another scout. You're just counting sheep at this stage. Sheep that admittedly Beasty doesn't have.
All right, upgrade gonna be finishing soon, but the wall-off is gonna be in time, I fear, for B, and those spearmen are looking quite good right now with numbers.
Let us invite ourselves in. We're not vampires. We can just come and go as we choose. Well, they are going to suck these units dry. Villagers just being picked apart. Micro on point B. Oh, he runs into the spearman.
Loses 2, but kills 2 villagers as well. So overall, still really, really worth it for him. Don't forget that behind this B, he's playing the Malians. He has a pit mine. That's worth like 3 villagers on gold.
Yeah, and he still has got 4 scouts through at all times. He keeps reopening this. He still has the wide wraparound. And once again, Beasty has to pull additional villagers. Remember, this is not multi-TC yet for the Abbasids. He's still... Oh, wait, no, he's finally got it up. He's got it on the stone. So we're actually getting a free TC build out of Beasty. I wonder if this was out of choice or out of necessity because of what B done here.
Oh, it's actually gonna... This is perfect. It also blocks a potential path that the scouts might want to take here in order to escape with the deer.
You won't let him get out easily. He's going to try, though. Wrap him around. The time on this TC actually might be perfect to at least take out one of these scouts before they escape, if not 2.
One of the Warrior Scouts gets away with the deer through that way as well. All right.
911. We got a thief. Does he know?
Both of them are going to be escaping.
Wait, but look, B stopped with the other scout. He's like hesitant to come through the final one. He's like, have I got a bus pass here? Am I allowed to go? Okay.
That one will die. You do not have a valid bus card here. Get out of here, sir. Drop that deer.
But
None
we'll
for
be
you.
back. B's like, leave no beef behind, or leave no venison behind, rather.
You should leave at least like 1 scout in the back and just like take every single deer there.
Into the different places, like disperse them, right?
Yeah.
This, on the other hand, less worth.
Yeah, it didn't work out. That's a 30 scene. Okay, this.
Okay.
I mean, overall, the game plan is probably still going to be the same from B compared to like all the last games. Behind this, he's probably just going to go for Castle Age now. Maybe a couple of archers just to get some pressure up, but it should still be Castle Age, right? But it's 3 TCs. It's tough, and B still tries to get towards those deer, but
knock knock.
I mean,
let me in.
Beasty will know how to avoid that from happening. Now he does have wheelbarrows, so the villager should be fine with running away here.
How long do you want to chase it, right? Like, spearman charges will allow you to gap close, especially when the pathing does that. But obviously, it's not a quick stab down. These are only feudal age spears. And look at B. He says, okay, 1 spearman on his own. That's a picking. Quick to... I hate this unit. I actually hate this unit. It's so stupid. Oh, you stabbed me. But don't worry, we've got like Call of Duty healing logic. In a few seconds, I'll be full.
It's like Far Cry where I can see the open bone. Oh, just gonna put a bandage over it. It's fine.
Snap it back into place. Nothing happened.
My bone? No, this is... That's my skincare cream.
Are we sure that the Malians aren't actually the Wakandians? You know, like nanite healing type tech? Futuristic? It's the only thing that would make sense to me. Maybe they've just drunk the Black Panther
to afford that kind of tech. Yeah, I'm sure the Malians have the kind of gold to afford that kind of tech up. But still behind this? No, sure. Beasty, he's on 3 TC. B, he has a market in a perfect position to trade long term. Should he wish to. Now, I'm not going to say he will. I'm going to say he has the option to. He can feel free to do so if he wants to. Now, I don't want to encourage trade. I really don't. But he can.
What better way to get the Marlians nerfed faster?
Exactly. Beasty is climbing right now with the villagers. He's on 3 TC, so that villager gap is just going to be increasing further and further right now. Almost 10 villager difference right now. And behind that, Beasty is now going to be adding in archers as well as horsemen. He does have a stable ready, so he could also produce some horsemen as well. Lots of ranges, actually. He's going to be able to outproduce B here really, really quickly.
Needs to be fast about it. Like, B has got quite a lot of archers on the way, a lot already arriving. Now, limited scout count, limited server count. It's not really the quickest of burn-throughs. So there is a window for Beasty. But remember that TC on the left side isn't linked in, right? It could easily be threatened.
Good, but like there's so much military out on the field right now. There's not like a huge gap when it comes to military between these two players. And I think Beasty also has an outpost on that, next to that TC that he's currently getting emplacements for. I don't think this is that dangerous. Never mind, there's no outpost. The outpost is somewhere else that he's getting emplacement for. It's on the barracks,
there we go.
all right.
Front side, fortification as well, so no breach point easily there. B, he has got the blacksmith, so a minute or two from it, maybe we do see siege engineering, at which point you're going to be forced to defend. So Beasty, in a way, is on the clock here, right? You can't just sit here and go, he's not killing anything yet.
He's going to trap him. He's going to trap him. Villagers coming forward. That's going to get built up really quickly. And yeah, this army from B is dead.
Stuck now. And he's walled him off on the other side, right? The backside TC near the stone, there's a wall up there as well. There's no easy way out for B.
Yeah, this is going to be tough now. B will have to torch his way out. Again, the same way he came in. But that's not going to be easy to do. Like, it's going to take some time. And in that time, Beasty has massed enough units to feel comfortable to take a fight here.
And there's no way you can run. B, if you run back the other way, there's the TC behind you. The archer mass outnumbers him. Spearmen are in. It's going to force a bad pinch here where B has no option to just throw away his army and just get whatever he can. But I can guarantee you, BC's the one getting the better bang for buck.
Yeah, Beasty has to feel really good here. Really, really well played by Beasty. He's going to get a lot of units here, killing into here for some weird reason. But yeah,
it's the wildlife's fault. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the double deer stack.
Yeah, this time BC definitely has enough units out on the field, and B is still far away from the next age. His resource income looks really, really good. Looking at the food income, you can definitely tell that he's been supplementing his economy with both cattle and deer. So looking good in that regard. Now also adding in some javelins, but army count right now firmly in the lead for Beasty.
There is a dangerous option for B. You can see it in the resource bank. Like, if he just stops producing, he can immediately crack Castle Age. But you see that he's up against this free TC play. Even in the corner of the map for the Abbasids, you feel obligated to double down. Like, you have to keep the pressure on, right?
Yeah. And there's so many archers as well. Reaching critical mass here is pretty much already achieved for Beasty. Now, the Sofas, they are tanky. More tanky than Horsemen, but in the Feudal Age, they don't have that imported armor yet. So they own... Okay, Golden Age 2 already. Less than 14 minutes into the game. That's pretty good. Now, also, Golden Age 2, that's also where the research reduction comes in. So the age up also becomes faster, I believe.
The crazy part as well, by the way, is that he gets that. And check the fact that his third TC was never, like, daisy chained in. This is just all off of the 2 TC layout. That's impressive.
Yeah. Tons of production buildings and houses there. But it's not even like an insane amount of houses. Like, he's 119 out of 140. It's not like he just spammed houses in order to get there.
Yeah. Now he's moving out of his safe confines. Notice that he's still got the deer behind this, but he wants to secure additional resources before he kind of like drains the safe ones, right? However, that is going to be contested. B, this army is getting pretty large. You have to remember he has got premium on his side as well, right? You've got the Donzos with the hybrid attack. You're also up against Sofas, Javelins. Beasty, meanwhile, it's the cheap crap tier units, right? Your standard archers, spears, nothing premium about this.
Yeah, it's just the... Then again, like, it's a bastard trash. They like it. You see how cheap their villagers are? They embrace the trash in more than one way. And wait, is that a mill just for a single deer? Beasty's putting out there.
Well, he's got the Fertile Crescent, right? It's efficient. Flash coming in.
Gotta take what you can get.
These sofas are getting baited a bit.
Well, yeah, there's not enough archers here. Not by a long shot. BC has so many more archers, and you have to take the fight with all your units, else the archers will just lose to the enemy's archers. Now there are some javelins in there as well. Not enough, and the Donzos are busy fighting the spears while getting focused by the archers and aren't actually killing those horsemen.
I mean, the horsemen, like, they don't feel like they're attacking half the time here, right? They almost look like they were clicking to the other side of the formation. So when all is said and done,
not a lot of them.
No, and remember that the javelins, like, some of them are still in the mixer here, and the archers can't quickly dispatch them. So B will reset for the moment. But right now, like, look at the destroyed value. This is still a big win for Beasty. Premium units are still flopping from B. He's losing sofas. He's losing a few javelins here and there. Even the Donzos cost more than the spears.
Yeah, Beasty has to quickly remaster his horsemen. Only 3 horsemen right now. He's also doing a farm transition. Now, this is doable only because of the economy rigging. If you didn't have the economy wing right now, you would die from this farm transition right now. But with the eco wing, it's doable. You can pull it off, and you'll be fine here. And this won't just help him now; it'll also help him in the long run. He won't have to do this later again, and yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be able to just mass more units. And I'm not sure where B is gonna go from this, but it's not gonna be a fun spot. I feel like BC is really in control of this game. I don't think that B is going to be able to pull off in this game what he was able to pull off against the HRE.
That B, the best way to summarize it is, right, he's got a short runway. And I'm not sure if the Malian plane can take off at this rate. Just look at that mass pushing out. Beasty, confidence is surging. He understands perfectly. B, he added in javelins on top of sofas, Donzos as well. There's no castle play behind this. At this rate, Beasty will beat him to that tech free. And then what do you do?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like as soon as Beasty ages up with this many units, like he's got 50 more units overall on the field, 60 more units actually, than B has, that would feel really bad. Now, I talked about it earlier, or in the last game, where it's like the pit mines, they make up for a certain amount of units. Not for this many. This is just an incredibly large difference in economy right now. Now, the income still looks somewhat even, at least when it comes to the food, but if you look at the wood, it's just night and day difference.
It's absurd. You can argue, well, BC's going to run out of wood soon. Yeah, but by the time he runs out of wood, his army is big enough to claim a new tree line. That's the problem now B has. He needs to find a way of probing a fight. He can't actually take a direct one.
I think he can at this point. Like, so many archers. With 40 archers, you can pretty much one-shot Donzos.
Oh, no, I'm saying B can't. I'm saying he needs to probe. He needs to raid. He can't take a direct clash like this, so he's just going to lose out.
Yeah, this is just... I feel like this is over. I think maybe B had a chance if he had his Manza Quarry on stone and just added a couple of TCs behind this. But right now, it's rough. It's going to be really, really rough for B. The 3 TCs are just pulling off, and now we see the military wing. And I feel like as soon as that age up finishes, it's going to be game over. I think B probably will know that he will not be able to stay in this game after that.
And I love the fact that BC...
So many farms as well.
Yeah, it's the farm transition. Also, look at that cool little detail, right? Adds in 1 camel archer. So these sofas that have usually been such a key element to Malian success are relegated to irrelevance, it feels like, in these fights. Not only do they die fast with this many phalanxes, they barely do anything in return.
Yeah, and it's just 1 minute away. 1 minute away. It's so insane. Beasty pushing out so many units, and the farm transition while he's pumping out so many units is just nuts.
Like, where's your breach point? Like B, I'm surprised he still thinks he's in it. Obviously, he doesn't see everything we do, but yeah, if your approach is to walk up these outposts and then lose a fight every time, there's only so much a man can take here. This army is going to get wiped. There's no retreat anymore. Beasty's on top of him.
Yeah, this fight firmly in the hands of Beasty, and now B might think, oh, this was a bad fight for me. Surely my opponent is deep in feudal age. No, 30 seconds, then and it's gonna be. Then all is gonna be revealed.
Beasty is about to crack 200 pop cap, and he's gonna do it before Castle Age.
2,700 food per minute in feudal age. doesn't have agriculture, doesn't have the second food gathering upgrade. That's going to be another 30% once he unlocks it.
Look at the sync. 20 minutes and 200 pop. Sorry.
He can just go straight for him. He can literally go straight
just
for him.
Just do it. Break him. Mind, body, and soul. Boot camp being researched. Really, what else do you need? Walls are going up. As B thinks he has a way in, but he's dead wrong. He might be dead as well.
Man, this is just so rough. He doesn't need any premium units here. Now he's still gonna go for some men-at-arms here. Really, he didn't need to. He could just upgrade his units and just stomp him. It's such a huge army defense right now.
Yeah, he understands. Yeah. Just go, right? The men-at-arms can protect the base. Just push this back. B can't go and make a trade. Like, he's not strong enough to kill anything fast enough. Instead, he just dies again.
Yeah. This is it. Like, right now, B is trying to age up as well. Barely has any resource in the bank. He's not going to be able to get his upgrades in time. Upgrades are just about to come through here for Beasty now.
What are you going to upgrade? At this rate, the army's going to be dead by the time you're complete with it.
And a trade ring is coming in right behind that. He's
for God's sake, man.
Aid. Have some mercy. Beasty. He sees blood, and he's going to take out everything here that B has.
Leave something of him for game number 5. Oh, what a way to do this. After the way we just witnessed game 3, the way that B was able to systematically dismantle the deli. Beasty, calm as can be, like a chilling breeze in the autumn. He resets. He comes into game 4, and he says no to the Malian stomp. Instead, he shows you the rise of the Abbasid Empire.
Look at that Beasty. He wants him to know. He wants to wait until the trade ring finishes. He wants to send a message. Yes, I'm not just Castle Age. I'm also Imperial Age with 3,000 food in the bank behind it.
The spears keep coming and they keep on coming. Stabbers out. B. Every moment he thinks, oh, wow, I've got sofas coming. Imported armors. There's a recovery point, right? In 30 seconds' time, we got some bad news for you.
Yeah, the copium won't help him here, I fear. As soon as that comes in, 20 seconds remaining. I would be really surprised if B just doesn't immediately call quits as soon as trade wing comes through. That would be just insane. I don't think he has what it takes to take the game back like Beasty did in the second one.
No, and it's sending a message, right? Like, I'll hang in there. I'll maybe find a way. I'll look for a way. But I want you to know, even when you get a thought of that, even when you believe for a second, there is no way. GG gets called. We are going to see a game 5. And Beasty, he sends a vicious message to be here. You better bring it all, because I'm not that easy.
My God, that was a rough one, but Beasty just... He played this perfectly. He saw where his steer was. He knew where B was gonna go and try to steal him. He invested the wood into the walls, and they paid off. They paid off. Without those 2 deer camps, I feel like Beasty would have been in a really, really bad position. Even gets like the early TC. He doesn't greed for that forward TC position. Instead, he makes it next to the stone mine first. Just really, really well played. It's insane how close the economy is looking at this at the end here, considering how many villagers more Beasty had. But honestly, it was over for a while.